What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Now, I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about that there are no images yet again. Now, I want to go over a couple different things. I kind of want to defend the community because I'm sure something like that is warranted. But I have seen people say maybe it could be tonight. Now, at the time that this video is I'm literally recording this probably an hour before the video goes up. It's possible. I mean, it's possible in a couple hours they do it. It's possible they do it at nighttime. But for what it looks like, we can only honestly judge it on right now. So, 11:15 Pacific Standard Time, 2:15 Eastern Time, which is important because that's where Warner Bros. Montreal is, right? It's on Eastern Time. So it's almost the end of their studio day. Now, whether they're working at the studio or at home, they probably get off at 5, 6, depending on their schedule, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. But the other images were earlier in the day. Okay, they were actually, I believe, in the morning time, like when I woke up at like 8 a.m. or whatever time. I think actually 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, maybe around like 9 or 10 Eastern was when the other images had appeared, back in January, back in September. So here we are now, and this is a big blow. Now, again, I want to say a couple different things. One, yes, it's possible it could happen tonight, but looking unlikely as of right now. And secondly, when we talk about this kind of stuff, I do want to, again, defend the community because I feel like these videos attract the people that are going to just say negative things or already hate me and stuff like that. And we know that there's a group of people out there that do that. I know a lot of you tell me to not engage them. I love doing it. I think it's a lot of fun. But honestly, here's what I will say. We're all in this. Just like we're all in this fight together against the thing going around the world, which we truly are, we're all in the Batman community together. There really shouldn't be that much of a reason why we're getting that upset at people. And I know what people are going to say is, if you ask the question, what now? What happens now with Batman? What do we expect now? All that kind of stuff. I think the negative Nancys out there are going to say, nothing. You wait, you stop harassing, all that kind of stuff. When in reality, firstly, a lot of that stuff is fake news anyway. And secondly, just, again, it's kind of not even the point. They missed a chance here. This is a day for Batman that's very, very important. Now, as the months had gone on, we kind of thought, okay, well, it could be this day, it could be that day. And I knew people back in the beginning, people back in August even, I think I remember, throwing out dates like March 30th. When we talked about key dates, even back in the late summer, early fall, March 30th was one thrown around. And it really is them ignoring Batman's birthday. Again, like his appearance in the comics. It sucks because this was a big one. This honestly, was it like a golden chance? Was it a golden opportunity? I would honestly say it was. I think you could probably say E3 is a better one, and E3 probably would be that golden opportunity. So if June comes and goes, but again, it goes back to all, and these videos are normally all kind of summary videos. What we've learned from it thus far, going forward, stuff like that. But in reality, it is deflating, and I feel like I say that every single time. But I mean, at this point, look. I get it. I get places are shut down. I get that they're working from home. I get that things may be slower than normal. I get that there's hardships. I understand all of that. And ultimately, again, I don't know why we have to keep repeating ourselves. All we want is confirmation. All we want is images. If they give us a teaser trailer, fine, but I've never demanded that. I've only ever said that remember we said we only expect images. We don't even expect a trailer. If they gave it to us, that'd be fantastic. But that's all we want. We don't want the game releasing tomorrow. Just to, refresh people's memories. All of you, I think, are already on the same boat. It's for the people that kind of jump in every 10th video just to yell at me. It's for those people. But, here we are, and again, deflating. I wouldn't say it's deflating as the VGAs or the Game Awards when that happened, but this is pretty darn close because this was a really big opportunity. And again, like we talked about, if they were planning, again, there's different timelines. This is like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, different timelines. If they were going to reveal it in June, say June 7th, you gotta build up to that. And maybe we've all kind of just tricked ourselves into thinking, well, we need like 2 or 3 sets of images. Like they need to come out 2 or 3 days over the next however long, right? And it depends on where we were in that timeline. And they need to give us these teaser images to continue to build that website or that picture, just the general picture. And then at the end of that, then they can give us the trailer. Then they can start doing that. Is that a good strategy? No, I think that's a stupid advertising strategy. As you have seen, I think it's blown up in their face. So maybe we did kind of build that that up in ourselves, and maybe that doesn't happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, I will be truly surprised. Now, we have all been, I think, surprised, shocked, shook, all those kind of things from Warner Bros. Montreal over the last, at least, let's say, year, right? But if they just come out one day and say, we're skipping, I mean, they wouldn't say this, but hey, we're skipping the teaser images, we're just going to give the trailer. That would be absolutely incredible. Now, again, will that happen? Most likely not. In fact, I would say I would almost guarantee it, but at this point, I don't want to guarantee anything. But even, so June is just a little while away, guys. It's only 2 months away. And if they were going to announce it at E3, you have to start building this up. How do you, when you have at least, again, 2 to 3 sets of images, how do you let a day like this pass you? When is the day that you say something? I know a lot of people will go back and say, okay, well, Arkham Knight was leaked and then I guess officially confirmed in March of that year, I believe, and then Arkham Origins, I believe, and this was a while I looked it up, but I'm pretty darn sure April, around I think late April was when Arkham Origins was confirmed that hey, this thing is real. We're going to talk about it at this year's E3, and then it comes out in the fall. And I think actually they may have given a release date when that happened. So that's just been the way that they do it. That's been the way Warner Bros. Does it. That's been the way that the Arkham games, at least the last Warner Bros. Montreal, and then the last Arkham game in general, and Arkham Knight, that is how they've worked. So now do you go into April? But again, Batman's anniversary, how do you miss a day like this? And if you really do have 2 to 3 sets of images left, I just don't know. Again, do you do it in April? Do you do it in May? But are we even sure there's only 2 sets left? Because there could be 3. And then if there is 3, you can't do them monthly anymore because you got April, May, and then June would be the time. But again, different timelines. So now E3's canceled. Now are they going to do something online? Or is everything still working the way it is? Now, what I've seen in the gaming industry, I've tried to keep a pretty keen eye on it, and I try and do that just because I like it. All the other videos we make, not just Arkham, but I really do think there's things you can learn from it, from Arkham as well. Truly, the gaming industry, are there parts of it that are affected by what's going on? Yes, especially when it comes to next gen, like next gen manufacturing, next gen shipping, all that kind of stuff. It's very much in consideration of being delayed. Next gen probably is not coming out in November. I know they say, Sony and Microsoft have both said that it's going to happen, but it seems like it's been pushed, or it's going to be pushed probably until February, because there'll be very, very low quantity of the consoles. Now, that's consoles. Gaming-wise, it seems like, for the most part, they're doing okay. People are working from home, but they're still getting stuff done. There has been talk, even from Sony, that they're weighing the options of Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima being delayed. So maybe some games get delayed. Not necessarily sure the reason, but we just had Nioh 2 and Doom and Animal Crossing. We're about to have Resident Evil, and we're about to have Final Fantasy 7. And yes, some of them have had shipping problems. A lot, actually, I believe all of them had shipping problems. I know I had to cancel my Doom and Animal Crossing because I got them. I was going to get them physically, and then Amazon wouldn't deliver it, so I had to do it digitally. Final Fantasy 7, Square Enix has come out and said, yeah, it's very likely that there's going to be shipping problems, so maybe get it digitally. So these things have happened, but gaming, for the most part, now here's the deal. Here's the problem, is we don't know how much it's affected, and maybe this can be its own video, because I do think this would be fun. How much has it affected people working from home? Warner Bros. Montreal, games that are a while off, and I guess a while would even mean the fall or later. If it's fall of 2020 or later, how do those games get affected? So again, I'm not ignorant. I'm not saying that I'm not going to just bash them and say, it's all their fault. Maybe they have an excuse. Maybe they really were going to do something today, and then all of this stuff happened. They had to work from home. Maybe a lot of things got pushed, and they said, okay, well, we're not going to do it at E3 anymore, so we have to push that. So if we're pushing that, and we have to push the images. It's just that, and I think a lot of people have echoed this statement. I feel like today is just kind of giving us something, right? We've all had a tough time in life. In life, we all experience hardships, right? And we're all going through pretty tough times. I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot of people in general are going through hard times in their lives right now, and understandably so. And by the way, Warner Bros. Montreal, I'm sure they are too. They are all humans there. They all have lives. I'm sure they're going through stuff too. Okay, and we're all in this together. I understand that. But at the same time, you do what you can do. You know, I love making these videos. I'm trying to make as many really good videos as I can for you guys. In fact, I feel more obligated to as the community grows, you know, as we're all kind of stuck at home. I want you guys to have something to come to, listen to, escape, have fun with, discuss your ideas with me, all that kind of stuff. That's what I can do. What else can I really, I mean, there's other things in my personal life and stuff I can do, but like for you guys, this is what I can do. What can Warner Bros. Montreal do? They can give us some images, okay? Again, the images are ready. If they're making the game, the images are throughout the game. Maybe they're a big advertising part of the game. You know what I mean? Like, there are things out there. So it's not that they don't have those images. They've had this plan for a long time. Even if they hadn't planned it out like the way that it's working, I think at some point they did have a plan, and they do have those images. So it's like, again, we're all experiencing hardships, and I've seen this going around. It's like, just give us something. Like, we're all going through hard times. This would be a nice little, a gesture is the word, okay? I didn't think of it earlier. This would be a nice gesture, like, hey, you guys have been waiting. And I mean, again, you don't have to say any of this stuff. But in reality, it would be like, you guys have been waiting. Well, technically, it would be, this is just an important day for Batman. This makes sense for us to do it. But if they want to add some stuff in there where it's like, hey, we're all in this together. Like, you know, this is for waiting. Thank you guys for being dedicated. Because at the same time, like, come on, we're still carrying this community on YouTube. We're still doing all these kind of things. The group continues to grow, I think, of the diehards, which is awesome to see. But we're all still here. We're not giving up. I think the people that have given up have already done it, right? Or like the people that are here right now, we haven't given up yet. And I don't think, honestly, we ever will. I mean, there, I guess, are some circumstances where we would, but we're all in this. And I think it would just be a nice little gesture to them to just say, okay, here you go. And again, you don't have to do that. You would do another slogan, like Capture the Night, whatever you'd want to do. You'd give us another slogan. You give us 3 more images, or 4 or 5, or however many images, and that's it. Then you go silent for another month. The mainstream journalists, the gaming journalists, they jump on. They say, oh my God, and then they all get mad that it's just images again, which again, we all are also mad, but we've all come to expect. And then we all just wait until the next day. What happens now? That's a good question, and I think I want to talk about that probably on the next video. So over the next couple videos, I do want to talk about maybe what April could bring. Is there any key dates there? Is there any kind of things we can look at based off of history? You know, we talked about what would be big in March, and they didn't do anything in March, but Jason Schreier did confirm that there's a Batman game. So I would say there actually was something Batman related in March, but we'll do that in April. I'll also talk about maybe what the working from home aspect has done to them. Maybe we can do a little dive into that as well. So let me know in the comments, guys, if those are things you want to see. Let me know your thoughts in general. And again, maybe it does happen tonight. If it does, obviously it'll be a video tomorrow easily, okay? So thank you all so much for watching. I do honestly greatly appreciate it. Keep safe out there. Like I say in a lot of these videos, we're all in this fight together. We're all good. Everything's going to be fine. Make sure you guys are subscribed and have that bell icon turned on. Another dark day for Batman fans, but you know what? We've endured plenty worse. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. The game is still happening. All of that good stuff I always say. So don't worry, okay? We're going to have more videos. We'll get that positivity up a little bit, okay? Thank you all again, and I'll see you all in the next video.